Okay, guys, this is Leonard. Sorry, there is a sidewalk, but it's like super wet. Cul-de-sac at the end. This is next door. So, like, you're going to enter this subdivision from Old Cherry Point Road. In Old Cherry Point, you can kind of bypass 17 and all the major traffic and just hop on to 17 a little bit down the road that takes you to base. First thing I noticed is this is weird and painted. So it probably got damaged somehow and they just repainted around it with a paint color that didn't match. We've gotten, by the way, it rains a shitload here. We've gotten a ton of rain lately. And so I know in the spring it seems to rain a ton, and we've gotten a lot of rain this week, which isn't a bad time to actually look at houses. The front porch is great. Okay, when you enter, they 100% have the AC turned like super high up because it's really hot in here. There's a nice size closet. Yeah, it's set to 90. That's wild. I'm going to turn it down. It's 84 in here. Not good because you can, with as wet as it is, you can very easily develop like mold growth in your house. At least it kicks on. Okay, so living space. They DIY painted this themselves. It is gas. I didn't look at the kitchen. Here's the kitchen from the living room. There is not a ton of space in between. There's a decent amount, but not a ton. So, depending on what kind of furniture you have, if you wanted your TV to go above here, you would have to, I know it looks close. It's probably 5-6 feet. Throw it right here. Or you could always put it up against this wall. There's this dining space over here. The kitchen has a ton of cabinetry. This is an actual tile backsplash. So this is super dated, but it's neutral, and I've seen people paint them and they look phenomenal. There's a little pantry. I'm gonna go this way. I'm trying to figure out what light switch turns this on. There we go. Okay, so there's another little closet right here. The door doesn't shut very easily. And then laundry is right here off the kitchen. Okay. Here's the primary bedroom. This is a really good size. It's bigger than a lot of the other ones we've seen in some of these older houses. Again, it was freshly painted, but they didn't do a good job. It needs another coat. You can see right there. Ceilings are taller in here as well. So plenty of room for a king-size bed. You can throw it on that wall. Closet's massive. This is awesome. Oh yeah. What's also nice is this flooring is consistent throughout the house so far. Bathroom. You have a ton of countertop space. That's super nice. This is even nice and clean. And you have some really nice like built-in storage back here behind this door. It is. They were trying to be clever. This is just the builder grade mirror. And they put like this wood-ish like super easy adjustment though if you want to just pull the mirror out. Notice this little bit of a stain on the cultured marble. FYI. I'm hoping these ACs start to kick in a little bit because it was 84 in here. Okay, so on, again, this side of the house, this is going to be the garage, which is really nice. Has built-ins over there. This is the frog, the room over the garage. You do have carpet here. Nice creek. I'm amazed this room isn't super hot. This room is massive. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is awesome. Drywall, the seam on the drywall sucks, needs to be retaped. Okay, AC's blowing cold air up here. At least it's blowing cold air. Yeah, this room is great. Again, it needs to be touched up with a little bit of paint, but it's nothing that I feel like needs to be done like right now. Let me find a vent that I'm closer to. Sorry, I'm trying to feel from an air vent. And I'm struggling. I'm gonna die if they have all of these closed. Sorry, I've gotten really off track. Again, here's a view of everything. When I'm done, I'll hop on the counter in the kitchen. And reach the one I can touch. Because I can tell that it's on. It's running. Ah, I feel this one. Okay. I was too underneath it. I can feel it from over here. Okay, that makes me feel better. I was about to panic. I guess worst case, if there's an issue with it, 100%, it would be found in an inspection and you 100% ask for it to be taken care of. These rooms are good size too. They're not huge, but they're not tiny. I think one of the best things is they have the same flooring throughout the house. Because as we have seen, that is sometimes hard to find. Bathroom. This is another closet. There's a decent amount of, I already opened that, I'm sorry. These doors, some of the closet doors need adjusted because they're struggling to shut. But, decent amount of storage. This is super yellow. Just old. It won't come off. It doesn't translate how yellow it is in person. But again, you could paint it. They make like epoxy kits for them. Sorry, I'm just making sure I can feel the AC. Okay. You can make epoxy kits. You can make them, you can buy one. Or replace them. I had someone get a new vanity on Wayfair for like, it's stunning. It's like, I don't know, $300. Okay. This little drywall imperfection right there. In this fence, I can feel closer to the wall. Okay. Feel better now. There's the backyard. You do not have any fencing. You only have your neighbor's fencing. However, if you wanted to like abut up to their fence, basically you just ask them. Septic. There's the roof on the back side. They have gutters at least. The shingles look like they're in decent condition. They still have some a lot of texture on them. Again, it's quiet here other than that morning dove in people's AC units. This side of the fence, that side of the, like, and my hand's in the way, it's collecting a little bit of water. Easiest thing to do, if you wanted, that is just, you could just do I have a client who's getting a drain, like a French drain installed. I don't know the logistics of it, but it was much less costly than I expected from a guy. Back of the house. I should not have worn white shoes for this. Okay. I'm gonna pop in here if I can get into it. There's a half-ass dam. I would also, so there's a lot of rainwater in here, right here at least. I don't know what the rest of it looks like. Because you can see it pulling right there. There's a few things that you can do. You can actually have a pump put under there to pump the water out. I don't even have a cost on it. I think it's under $1,000 because I've had someone recently do it or talk about doing it. But that's going to be an inspector call. And maybe the rest of the crawl space is completely dry and just that by the doorway looks like that. So it could be, let's get a better door, because that one is not cutting it. Or directing the rainwater further away from that spot somehow. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna upload this and send it your way.